Welcome back to Game On. It's been a long time since we have reviewed a car racing game on this show. Driver San Francisco isn't a car racing game per se, but it's got all the features of one. There's a high-speed chasing sequence, then you have death-defying sequences of driving. So basically what happens in this game is you take upon the role of a super cop, John Tanner. Now, John Tanner is a super cop who has a lot of qualities to him. He can force other people on the road to give him clues. This would remind you L.A. Noire. Then he can pick up cars and he can throw at absolutely anybody, which would remind you Infamous 2. And the best thing that he can do is he can randomly go on the road and steal any car, which would remind you an age-old game, GTA Vice City. So what am I suggesting? Am I saying that this game is a mix and match of various qualities from different games? Or is this game in a league of its own? We'll find out. Driver San Francisco picks up where its prequel Driver 3 left off. It continues the story of Tanner and criminal mastermind Jericho. After escaping from Istanbul, Jericho takes refuge in San Francisco only to be tracked down and imprisoned. However, a routine prison transfer gives him the opportunity to escape. Tanner chases the villain and after an explosion-filled action scene of Michael Bay proportions, catches up with the criminal only to be run down and left in a coma. One of this game's unique features, or that's what the game developers call it at least, is the shifting technique. Now basically what shifting means is just a high-tech word for the fact that you can steal any car on the road. It's just a matter of few button presses. You press one button and suddenly you're on top. You can see a bird's eye view of the entire city. Press another button and you're back in the driver's seat. Now this is very unique and it's actually good fun to use this technique in the game. But you know what, with San Francisco as the base city, San Francisco is a huge city. The game world is just so big. There are millions of roads and just so much to explore. Now this is where the game could have gone wrong. If the graphics weren't up to the mark, it would have all fallen flat. But the graphics in this game are fantastic. A bit about the gameplay now. There are a huge number of missions available with many varieties to choose from. Even for something as simple as racing, there are multiple types, such as checkpoint racing with marked and unmarked routes, smash racing where you have to smash objects along the route to gain time, and team racing where you have to shift between two competitors to ensure that they finish in first and second place. Then there are the police missions in which you have to chase down criminals by using your boost ability to ram them off the road or shift into oncoming traffic to ram them head-on, with replays letting you view the carnage in glorious slow motion. The stunt missions are the most fun. You have to perform feats of daring driving such as drifts, hand-baked turns and huge jumps over moving vehicles. Each main mission has a story attached to it. Now, sometimes it relates back to the main narrative, while other times it's about ordinary citizens who are caught in a spot of trouble, or about irresponsible teens who are caught in a street race. Now, the bad thing is that if you have to unlock a main mission, that is a Tanner mission, you have to go through these story missions. It becomes especially boring and dragging at times. And if you are a car enthusiast, you would love the variety that Driver offers you. The cars range from slower vehicles such as Fiat 500s to supercars such as Ford GTs and Zondas. More cars are unlocked as you complete missions or when you buy extra garages, including classic models and cars from films. Buying extra garages unlocks yet more bonus missions to play through as well. Even if you're out of the many hours of single-player mode on this game, Driver 3 has multiplayer modes for you. Now in this game there are 6 multiplayer modes, there are some which are split screens, and each mode uses your boost and shift abilities to different contexts. Initially, you can only play free-for-all, in which up to 6 players face off in Trailblazer and tag games. In Trailblazer, each player has to follow a DeLorean, which leaves a long yellow trail behind it as it moves. Driving in the path of the trail earns you points, but only one car at a time can catch the trail. This makes races a manning affair, as cars battle with each other using shift and boost to catch up to the DeLorean and ram competitors off the road. Although this game is a lot of fun, but I can't say that it doesn't come with its flaws. Now, the missions are very repetitive, the storyline is oh so confusing, and at times you would feel that you're doing the same thing again and again in the game. But these issues do not hamper what is an action-packed, thrilling game. I mean, come on, after all, fast cars, chasing sequences, hot women, this is a gaming geek's paradise. Here are my ratings. As I said, there is nothing unique about the concept, so just a 6 on 10. The graphics of this game are quite good. Fast cars and hot women always make for a good game, 8 on 10. You would enjoy this game because it's a fast-paced racing game. You have to chase down the criminals, 9 on 10. Nothing fantastic about the soundtrack, 7 on 10.